That's my biggest objection to Islam. But then also the historical blunders in it, like getting the idea of Jesus not being crucified. Like, why would you have that in there? That this is just, historians that deny the resurrection say the one thing we know about history is Jesus was crucified. And the Quran denies.
Actually, the first century Christian bishop, Ignatius of Antioch, stated that some Christians denied the crucifixion of Jesus. This shows that even people in the first century denied the crucifixion. You can find this in the book Early Christian Writings by Andrew Louth. If we read the Gospels, we can see many contradictions about the crucifixion. Let me ask, when was Jesus crucified? Mark states, "And it was the 3rd hour, and they crucified him," Mark 15:25, whereas John 19:14 says it was the 6th hour. Furthermore, who carried Jesus' cross? Mark 15:21, Matthew 27:32, Luke 23:26 states Jesus gets help from Simon of Cyrene. Also, one Islamic interpretation is that someone else was put on the cross, and this is not devoid of any precedent. In Irenaeus of Lyons against Heresy's book, Basilid c. 117-138 Adian, who claimed to be a student of Matthias the apostle that replaced Judas in the book of Acts, said that Simon of Cyrene was crucified in the place of Jesus. What's more, affirming or denying the historical event of crucifixion has little bearing on Islam. The more substantive contention that Muslims have is with the idea of atonement. Muslims believe that they will bear the consequences of their own sins unless forgiven by God. The sin of Adam is not inherited by those who did not commit it. Presumably, those between Adam and John the Baptist were simply expected to worship God and live an ethical life, and Muslims see no need for this to change with Jesus. The idea of a human sacrifice absolving the past and future sins of humanity is simply contrary to what the Quran teaches. Putting an innocent man to death, rather than simply forgiving mankind out of divine grace, goes against the sensibilities of Muslims. It says in Hosea 6:6, "For I desire mercy, not sacrifice, and acknowledgement of God, rather than burnt offerings." He says, "To what purpose is the multitude of your sacrifices unto me? Saith the Lord, I am full. From the burnt offerings of rams and the fat of well-fed cattle I take no delight. In the blood of bulls and lambs and goats." Isaiah 1:11. My dear Christians, come to Islam. Inshallah, Allah will forgive you for your sins. Said their messengers, can there be about Allah any doubt, the creator of the heavens and the earth? He invites you, so that he may forgive for you of your sins, and give you respite for a term appointed. Quran 14:10.